Welcome everyone in this new video tutorial about the multiplayer combat editor. In this video we're going to learn how to use the built-in skill target feature, which is also a skill manager feature. And it is what is it? It's basically the feature which allows our skill to know which target you are focusing within the game, and this allows us to manipulate this value, and I'll show you how. I've bring up some nodes there for us to see. So you have multiple mention of the target name, get skill target, get look at target, rotate and rotate to target, and make friendly transform towards our target. So each time we reference the target in there, we are actually mentioning the variable contained within the skill manager called target, called focused target. So if you open up your, if we open up our character, we can right click and type in get focused target, and this is going to bring a node out of the skill manager, which is something called get focused target. This is the target the skills are supposed to reference to when you specify target there. So this is a value we need to specify in the skill manager. So we need to specify into our manager which target we are focusing, and the target we are plugging there is going to be the target our skill use in these functions. And if I can give you some examples, in a first-person shooter, maybe you are looking at a target and you want to display its health bar. Maybe you want to send an information to your target. Maybe you want to see what item you are looking at with your crosshair to know what type of interaction you can have with the different elements you are looking at. Maybe you want to send a rocket to the target you are currently looking at, or maybe you want to, or maybe in a top-down game you want to send a fireball towards the target you have under your cursor. And this is everything is going to be automatically handled by these nodes if you fill this value properly. So in that video we are going to see how you can easily fill this value and use that in your skills. So first thing we want to do, we are going to make it so we draw a raycast in front of us, and we are going to print what are we looking at, and this is going to be the target we are focusing. So let's right click and bring down the event tick. So we already have an event tick there, which Unreal built, or rather I built, I think, out of this tutorial. So I'm just going to collapse that to a function, and we do not care about that for now. And we want to add our own logic there, which is going to say we are going to draw our raycast. So let's add a new function, which is going to be find focused target. We are going to draw a raycast. We are going to line trace by channel, for instance, or rather for objects. And we're going to make an array of object types to look for. We are going to look for pawn and world dynamic and destructibles, for instance. And we are going to ignore ourselves. Ignore self, we do not need to specify more if we have ignore self checked. And we want to say we want to draw debug type for 1 frame. And then we want to say where does it start? It starts our we want the world transform of our camera. We want to break that world transform. We want to start our raycast there, and we want to end our raycasts uh, 5,000 meters away, unreal units away forward our camera. So we are going to make that a vector. Then we are going to multiply that vector by the range we want. We are going to specify 500 for now. And we are going to say the end of our raycast is our location plus 5,000 unreal units away in front of our camera, like this. And we are going to call our function in our event tick, like that. Hit compile, hit play. So we have a raycast, but it is actually, where is it hitting? I'm not sure. We are going to print the value of the out it like this. We are going to break the value. We are going to print, and we want to print the hit actor, or rather the hit component, like that. Hit play. So it's hitting our aggro box. And if I switch team and hit anywhere, I'm going to deal damage to the character, and that's because of his aggro box. So I'm just going to see where we are adding our aggro box. I'm not sure where. So we have an aggro box there. Where are we using this? In our AI manager, but our AI manager is not used there. So we can delete that box. So yep, this is more logical. So we are not hitting anything. And if I'm looking at the other character, it's going to tell me that the target I'm focusing is, the thing I'm looking at is the collision cylinder of the other character, so that's fine. And we have a lot of prints there, and we only want to do this on if we are the local client, because the other machines don't know about our camera, like that. So it's only printing something when it sees that I'm looking at something. So we are going to say to create a new function called focus targets, which is going to take a new parameter, and it's going to be an actor, and it's going to be called inactor. And we are going to call that function. We are going to refresh all nodes, and then we are going to say that we want to focus that actor, and we don't want to see the raycast anymore. We want to focus that target. We want to get focus target first. So this is the focus target stored in our skill manager. We want to say, is the new target the same than the previous one? If so, we want to set focus target, set current target actually, to the new actor we've just how to say, with the new actor we just passed. And we want to print the name of the new actor we are just focusing. And then we want to lose our target in case we're not focusing anything. So let's add a branch to our find focus target function. Let's say if we have a hit, we are focusing a target. If not, we're going to lose our target. So get skill manager, set target, set current target to null, to nothing, Let's hit compile, hit save, hit play. And it's not, so we need to specify is the target not equal to our focus target, like this. So I'm not looking at the other character, and now I am. I'm not anymore, now I am, etc., etc. And it's working everywhere, obviously. So now how can we make use of that function? We can try by trying to change slice behavior, our skill, in order to rotate towards our target, rotate towards our focus target when we trigger that. So I'm looking at our skill behavior, and we need the valid notify received. We need to override that function and call the parent in our slice, because we want to rotate at the start of our animation towards our target. But if I cut this here, every skill is going to have that logic, and I don't want that. So actually, I'm just going to create a new logic in there called a new custom event called onStart effect, and I'm going to call that in here. I'm going to hit compile, hit save, go back to our BP slice blueprint and type in onStart effect. And this is going to be called when the skill starts. And we can say rotate to target, for instance. And we can specify that we want to rotate towards our target actor. And we can hit play. And then if we look at somewhere else, focus the other character and click, our character is automatically going to rotate towards the target we are looking at. And that's how you can use the focus targets function and the rotate target function as well. So this is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.